Dicen que en épocas de grandes cambios es cuando aparecen las mejores oportunidades. Este es el momento de aprovechar el presente para construir el futuro que deseamos. Hoy abrimos una puerta al futuro en el que las más avanzadas tecnologías se ponen a disposición del ser humano para construir un mundo mejor. Descubre Decentra, la oportunidad que eleva tu potencial con la ayuda de las mejores herramientas digitales del mercado actual, como blockchain, staking, web 3.0, NFTs, DeFi y más, mientras te ayuda a mejorar tus finanzas personales. Usando la tecnología más avanzada hoy y creando la que está por llegar. Bienvenido al futuro. Bienvenido a Decentra. El mundo del futuro se está construyendo en estos momentos. Un universo sin límites llamado metaverso está naciendo. La siguiente generación en la evolución de Internet. Un lugar donde las barreras de tiempo y espacio no existen. Un mundo donde la imaginación, fusionada con el desarrollo tecnológico, construirán los negocios del futuro. Y en este mundo, los cimientos de una gran ciudad comienzan a ser colocados. Decentra y Landian, la alianza que cambiará el mundo, están construyendo Decentra City dentro del metaverso. Esta ciudad será un lugar para explorar, para crecer, para conectar, donde podrás hacer tantas cosas como desees. Y habrá un lugar para el emprendimiento, para la formación, el arte, el entretenimiento y las relaciones humanas. En Decentra City podrás comprar o alquilar coches, invertir en activos, comprar la casa de tus sueños o construir un gran edificio. Pero también podrás disfrutar de multitud de experiencias asombrosas. O jugar. Tendrás una versión digital de ti mismo, viviendo e interactuando con otros ciudadanos de Decentra City, con un avatar personalizado. El metaverso hiperrealista más avanzado del mundo. Este es un momento único en la historia. La primera compañía de network marketing que arranca oficialmente dentro del metaverso. Decentra City, la ciudad donde no existe lo imposible.
Listo, familia.
Ready, family. Really good morning. Decentra family, excellent. It's Friday. It's really powerful. I'm really happy and really glad to be here. It's an honor to be here at a DTS because it's going to be an objective for all of you to be here. You have a story that needs to inspire someone else. How are you? Where are you connecting from? Just take action in the chat. So how are you? Good morning. Type in the chat. Where are you logging in today? From Colima. How are you? From Chile. Yep. Perfect. Oh, Betsa, I know. I remember.
Paulo, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están?
Paulo, hey, how are you? Ecuador, Mexico City, Tepic, Blanca. It was just barely your birthday. Congratulations.
Desde Hermosillo.
Greetings from Hermosillo. Family. Really good morning. I'm really super happy to be here. My name is Gustavo Mendez, and today I'm a double diamond in this company, and it's really an honor because I want to start that one of your objectives, your personal goals in this business, in this enterprise, needs to be in a DTS, to be in training call, because we are forming the best system in this industry, the best that I have seen in this industry, and that everyone can log in because you know it. The best in a business is the system. For a business to work, either it's street food, it's burgers, it's this beautiful enterprise. The system is the most important thing. So it's the moment right now to send those messages, to log in and join here, because we're about to start this Decentra training call that is going to be something spectacular.
Les va a aportar muchísimo valor.
Because I'm reading a topic that is going to
Súper emocionado.
give you a lot. And I'm really super excited because I wake up today with the right foot and to be connected. And we have people from Colombia. And almost 2 weeks ago, we were in Cartagena, we were in Medellin. And we were there for our kickoff for Latam. And we were at Medellin. Victor, how are you? Because we had a little event over there in Medellin. Perfect. Whom I saw there in our kickoff. I know that many of you were there. It was an event. It was crazy. It just blew my mind. And I wanted to talk about that. I will really love to talk about that. Today, I will not talk about that much, but I will share a little bit of the things that I experienced over there. Because it was an event in which it was a challenge for me and for all the people in the team, but many people that decided to pay the price and to be there in other country, whereas economically it was not that easy. For some of you did, but like Marianela, she said, I took a picture with you over there at the kickoff and just share it to me so I can share in my social media, because it was an amazing event. Because I'm gonna say this, I'm a product of the events, because all the things that I have fulfilled and achieved so far is because of the event and leveraging on the system. Because where we live in Cartagena, it was almost 3 or 4 events, because since Friday we had the mentorship with Mr. Gorka Buses. He gave us a lecture, incredible lecture. It was a private mentorship for the people that earn it. It was 2 days of an event, and the last day at the Central Island, and it just blew my mind, because I just want to share, resuming it, what I got from the kickoff at Cartagena. Because when I was at that event, and I just said, wow, this is incredible. All the things in the news and the historical news, what is coming from the metaverse. Because as today, you can actually say that we are the first company that we're gonna incur into the metaverse. Because Mr. Jonathan gave us that news, and Mr. Alejo, one of the founders of Landian, and it was just crazy. We were in a theater, and we had a lot of people that were there, and this information, the things that we're living right now, the only thing that we were missing, it was just to be like a stadium, because it was a production, it was an event, it was an information where more and more people needs to hear it. And I just kept 2 things. The number first, I needed to bring more people to that event. So raise your hand if you went to that event. Just raise your hand. And you feel like, oh, I should have invited this person. And this leader with this, he will change their mindset completely.
Y la verdad me quedé, de hecho,
And actually, I want to share a story, Mr. Dani, that support us in all of the things in here, to Karen, to Fanny, to all the people that is behind scenes of this system, of this DTS and organizing it. Dani sat down with me because I'm burning you right now. And Dani sat down and he was like, "Hey, Gus, how was the event? Did you find any areas of opportunity?" And he was asking me for feedback. And I just told him everything was perfect. If I'm honest, the thing that we were missing is more people, because this had to be made for a stadium, in a big stadium, in a huge stadium, because the things that we left there, everyone needs to live it, need to experience it. And today I had the responsibility of being able to share a topic that we are lacking, and I'm including myself into it, because sometimes we feel stuck in the process. And for you to understand a little bit more, and I'm about to get to the point, who has met people in this industry that maybe they have 15 or 20 or 30 years in this industry and never had the results that they want? Type a number 1 in the chat if you know someone, or maybe it's even you. And you can maybe say, I have 15 years of experience, I have 10, I have 6, I have 12 years of experience, but I haven't get to those results. And the fact is, I just kept thinking on it when I was preparing this information, because there's a lot of people out there that the things that they haven't done is to have that follow-up of their process. They haven't verified the process that they're taking and carrying out, because they don't truly know in what areas they're failing, in what areas they need to improve, in what areas they're strong to be able to seize it. Because many people doesn't know what their progress is. And sometimes even mentally, it's important for you to know what your process, in what point you are standing down, and what point, and what part you're standing right now, because maybe you're in the biggest part of the process, but you're not seeing it and you don't believe it, and therefore you cannot see those results. Because I remember the one event we had in the previous project here in Mexico City. There was a lady that came near me and told me, "Hey Gus, I love what you said, what you did, your story." And I think that she's from around the town I live. And she says, I have 12 years in this industry, and I've been in this and this and this and this industry. I've been getting together with this and this and that person, and I still don't have the results that they sell me and that I want. And I just answer, it's because you haven't believed it. And yes, she hasn't believed it, but she hasn't believed it because she hasn't taken a control of her business. She haven't sat down and said, let's see why I don't have those results. She hasn't verified the process that she's carrying out in her business, because I'm sure that if she took that process, she will have the confidence and saying, since the moment I started until today, I have that progress. And you can speed up and just accelerate to get to those results. And this is the thing that I want to share, because number 1, you cannot compare yourself to others, because everyone has their own process. But it's important for you to verify and have that follow-up in the process that you're carrying out. So you can see in what point in that process you are, what areas you need to improve, what areas are your strongest, and what you need to explode on those areas. Because I know that every single one of us, we have some areas in which we are good, but we also have areas of opportunity. And I want to share with you this presentation, these slides. Just give me a second. Okay, I will share my screen now. Give me a second. so you will be able to see these things that I want to share.
Listo.
Already.
Segundo. Ya la tengo aquí.
Okay, I have it right here. Sorry.
¿Me pueden apoyar? Sí, pueden.
So can you support me and help me and tell me if you can see the presentation? Type a number 1 in the chat, please. Number one in the chat.
Perfecto.
Number one in the chat, please. 111.
Listo.
All right, perfect.
Entonces, familia, ahora sí.
So family, now pay attention. We're gonna focus in the next few minutes because this information, and before moving forward, is that this thing that I'm gonna share today with you, maybe it's not the absolute truth. It's regarding to the things that I have experienced, the things I have lived, the things that have given me results, and the things that I have experienced. But surely, if one of the things that I tell you today is against what your sponsor or your upline has told you, just believe in your upline and your leader, because I'm not the biggest speaker in this. I'm not the biggest coach in this, but the things that I prepare today and the things that I want to share is the thing that it has worked for me. And I'm repeat for myself, because these are the things that I have lived in this beautiful industry. And the first is to verify your process. How do you have to analyze, verify, and to be able in a certain way to control your process, to know where you started, where you are going, where you want to go, because that's the most important thing. Where you want to get. Who have heard this quote, this phrase? The practice makes the master. Maybe it's a quote that you said it every single day. It's a phrase and quote here in Mexico that we say almost every single minute, because we have all heard this phrase. We use it. It's even, I think, Mexican culture. I don't know about this. But the practice makes the master. With a mentor, in an audio that I heard, this phrase is mistaken. Why? Because you can be practicing something wrong for many years. And that will not say, and doesn't mean that you're going to be the best master. The practice makes the master, because you can be doing things incorrectly for a lot of time. And that's what happens with a lot of people when they don't have a control of their business. They don't have a measure of their business. And that's what happens. I heard it from Omar that has 15 or 20 years that are not showing results. And Omar said, they don't have 15 years in the industry. They have 1 year of experience repeating for a period of 15 years. A bad year repeated for 15 years. So today, I want to change that. The practice does not make the master. And this is the right one. The perfectionable practice makes the master. What does this mean? Yes, of course, practice and doing it will make you in a better leader, a better networker, a better person by practicing. But you need to be watching the evolution and what are you lacking, what are you being mistaken, and where you're taking it, and always improve it. And that is what makes a real master. That's what makes a great leader. Not only practice, because many will spend a lot of time, because I've been working 6 years in this industry, and probably I could have these same results in the first years, because you can have the results in many of your leaders that today have in a few months. But we repeat the same things and we practice the same things without practicing, without evolving, without improving it. And that's why we are not showing the results. And for 4 years, I didn't have results that I was expecting in this industry. But it was until I made a self-reflection of myself, how I was and what I was doing and what was my mistake and was my failure, and I evolved it. And then I started having results. So let's get behind and pass of that practice makes the master, but the perfectible practice makes the master. Now, exactly, in their desire and their, it's an audio that I listen to every single day between. Points to analyze. We already said that the perfectible practice makes the master. How can we perfect that process? And it's having a process. And we have two areas in where we need to analyze it. They're the quantitative and the qualitative. Quantitative is the ones that you can measure, and the qualitative are the ones we qualify them, and we can know where we are. We are going to analyze and see about this. So the quantitative, so it's numbers, and it's measures of your business, statistics and analytics of your business. How many of you have your business measured, all the full numbers? I know that some of you do. And before moving forward, I'm a little bit kind of red. If you know about the colors, you know what I mean. I'm really clueless. I'm not very good to organize things. It actually takes a lot of effort for me, because the first person I mentor, it was myself, because there are things that I do, and I do it in my mind. I made a big effort that I want to share with you, and saying I'm an expert in Excel and PowerPoint and presentation, but the things that I have done to my way, I tried to do it better, and I did it better, and I did it for us. Have a tool today that is simple, because me as Red, because I had a mentor in other area many years ago, before knowing this industry. It was a teacher that said, we need to be lazy. We need to be lazy sometimes. But what you meant to being lazy? That's wrong. And he said, no, we need to be lazy. We have to do the things once and well. Because sometimes we do it in a hurry and we don't believe it, because we have to do it well and correctly. And I will do a parenthesis right here, talking about this. How many of you have done a paper sheet and make it a small ball, and you see the trash can, and you throw it, and because you're not a basketballer, and you throw it out. And sometimes you have this paper ball and you throw it and say, I'm feeling like Michael Jordan, and it's just out there. It didn't went in. So what am I gonna do right now? So what are you gonna do? You are gonna stand up. You will have to crouch. You have to stand up and then just throw it into the can. And many of us, because sometimes we will come back with that same paper ball and we will try again. And you're gonna take it out again, and you will need to stand up again. It's double the work. So we need to be lazy sometimes, because if you had it done once and correctly, you wouldn't need to have to stand up and go back and forth again and again and again. I don't know if you understand this. And like I said, I'm not an expert. In my life, I don't control everything. But today, I wanted to do it because I do actually do it. But I do it in my mind, not professionally. And I wanted to square everything all so we can have these tools so you can be able to use every single day. And this is one of the biggest phrases. So the things that you cannot measure cannot be improved. So if we cannot control that the last month, how much you bill, how much billing you did, how much money you earn, you cannot be able to improve it. So now, what I recommend you and advise you, and this tool, I'm not an expert in Excel and in formulas or nothing like this, but I think that all of us, we have the capability of doing this little squares, and you can just do this, and that you can measure your activities in a daily basis, the daily and weekly basis, and having a control of what are you doing. Now, what activities are you gonna measure? And from here are the 5 activities that are the ones that actually give you money and make you have those big bills, and that the Decentra is paying you, and the ones that this industry is paying you for. And the first is prospecting, and it's not other than contacting to the people that were at Querétaro. Gorka gives a lecture about how to contacting and to make open questions. Hey, those are nice shoes. Where you bought them? Hey, it was nice talking to you. Hey, can you share your number with me? And what you will be doing? That is your objective in our system. We base on 2. Imagine that you can just contact 2 people. Then you make your little scoreboard, and then you have 2 every single day. If you contact 3, then you just take 3, and you contact 3, 4, 5. There's no limits, but at least 2. And you did that on Monday. Now, presentation, that is another activity that it will give us money, because last night we have private mentorship, and we had this private mentorship with Gorka, and he told us, how can I realize in the leaders that are going to be the tops of this enterprise and in this industry? It's the people that is presenting, giving the plan. Because sometimes we think that is network marketing, is just upload your stories to your social media. And do you know how I will realize and know? Gorka said, I said 4 people that are going to be the next legends of this industry. And their story says, I'm doing the presentation. I'm in an event and giving the plan and presentations and presentation after presentation. And Gorka said, sooner or later, they're going to show results. Even no matter how bad you are, because you're going to have results. And presenting. Just 2 presentations a day. Maybe one of your own, maybe one of your team, but 2 a day. 2 a day. And that's about it. That your objective in all these scoreboards is just to put two checks: new launch, new people, direct referrals, but 2 new people. We all know that the key in this industry is always new blood, always new blood, always new blood. Because besides, it gives energy to the community. And it's really important. It's more important the team than your team. So you need to bring new ones, and you need to see that movement, and we need to see energy, and it's better. It's more powerful. One team that today is 10 people, and the next week is 15. It's more powerful having a team that today is 10 today, and the next week 15. That today is 5,000, and the next week 4,000. So it's more powerful having a 10 that will become 15. That the one is going to be 5,000, and the next week is going to be 4,000. So let's bring new blood. So close your inscriptions. You need to have those closures, those inscriptions, and let the people join. So you need to bring 2 a day. You register 3, okay, the 3, 4, perfect. 1, we can do it better next day. But always having a control. And the other activity, that is the one that will give you a lot more money, is to train the new ones. And watch out. Because sometimes we have this part of fatherlyhood, of not wanting to let our kids, and we have this lazy one that has 6 or 8 months working with you, and you still need to train them. So you get to your virtual office, you need to use your password. Oh, you don't have your password? Oh, don't worry, I will show you. No, the key and what is making you to get money is to train the new and the actives. The lazy ones, just take them out. Because this is what is gonna give you this part of success and growth. So those 5 activities that you need to measure every single day and weekly is prospecting, presentation, launch, closures, and train the new ones. So Monday to Friday, you make your totals, you count your checks, and prospecting, treat it as a point. I made 15 points. 15 new people I prospected. Presentations, how many presentations I did? 20. How many launch? 8. So you know that you have 8 new leaders in your organization. How many closures? How many people actually registered? Maybe 5. So 5 new ones. And you start comparing it with your previous week. And it also works because if at the launch you had 1 in all your week, is that you're missing something and you know where to focus. I don't know who like the cars. I'm not a big fan of cars. I like cars, but I'm not very nerdy about this and doesn't know about it. For the computers that you can see what's wrong with your car, and this is the computer for your car and for your business, because you log in and you can see what is happening. Maybe I'm not presenting as much, then I need to present more. Why am I not giving presentations? Because they're not prospecting. I don't have new ones. And it needs to make a map, really simple map. So type in the chat 1 who believes that this scoreboard is easy. This is the scanner for your business. So this is the scanner for your business. It's simple. I'm not telling you to do it in a computer. Make it in a notebook. Just do it by hand. And you do once a day. And just say, okay, good. I have their number now. Good. I will launch someone from my team. Okay, done. And that is how you can measure your daily activities. So it's also important to measure your monthly activity of your business, because we have leaders in this enterprise. They have charts of their business and graphics, because I didn't do it and I'm gonna start doing it. I have it in my mind, and I knew and I realized that how many people I had in my company, what volume, and I took screenshots and the previous month what I did and this month how much I made. But I needed to have a better control. And this scoreboard, you can just copy it. Month, August, and volume. Left and right. The left was 240, the right one is 180. How much we built? $20,000. And this is and how much you actually in your business is your profit. Like any other business. I have other businesses. You need to know how much is the income, how much is the taxes, and what is your profit. So the things that you build, that you make that month, you need to multiply by 0.38. And I'm building the compensation plan and the commissions. And I'm taking away that commission or that fee for withdrawing your money. And you will see how much money you will actually generate it for yourself that month. And from that point, you can see and you can actually see how much is your income per month. Then I advise you that you do it in cycles of 3 months, in races of 3 months. So August through October is going to be my 90 days, and we're going to do our fullest these 90 days, and we're going to see our progress. I set examples like August, September, we grew up. How many new people? Over 150. How much I made? The last month it was 20, now I have 35. And my profit was 13 and 300. Then I can go back why I grew or why I'm going less. And I can see what I was missing. Am I not training the new ones? Because we love to focus in training the lazy ones. It's important for you to measure your monthly activity, how much you're making. Because we're having mentorship with Gorka. Who can tell me how much have they built till now? And some of us, it was like, wow, I don't know. We kind of know. But we cannot move forward if you don't have the precise and exact numbers. This is an option. What I'm showing you is something that I'm going to start doing. Because there was a mentorship first for me, for myself. Because like I said, I was taking a screenshot and I have everything scrambled and I didn't precisely knew how much I was making, but I didn't have it concentrated in one single place. And that will make a difference to become a professional. So all of this, okay, is the measurable. Hey, Gus, every day I read 2 hours. I'll just disappear 1 hour or 2. And I go to prospect, and I go to the park, and I lay down about my dreams, about my life. I connect when we're in the training calls. I go to the pool and I listen from that place, and then I relax. And after 1 hour, it's an audio. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't get in the measures. The system, the lecture, the audios, the trainings are not measured. Simply needs to be a part of your life. And this is where sometimes we fool and lie to ourselves, because a mentor that I had in this industry, once in closing of the month, remember the closing of the month needs to be strong and explosive to reach new ranks and get to the next level. And I remember that once I thought about uploading a quote from a book, and my mentor said, "Hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Brother, what are you doing?" And I said, like, "I'm reading. We're in the closing of the month." In that moment, I'm going to be honest. It was like, so what's the problem? I'm reading, I'm capacitated, I'm training. What's the problem? And then he explained to me, brother, the reading, it's important. But that is not what you want that your team to be doing. Because reading, it's something that you need to be doing. Stand up and wake up earlier. And when you have the time, when you're transporting or you're moving while you're at the Uber, there you can read and do your things. But you need to be taking action, and you need to be measuring the things that are building to you. This needs to be your lifestyle. This doesn't count. Because many people, I was reading, if I'm dedicating myself 2 hours to my business, but I take 1 hour to reading, because this is important, yes. It's basic, yes. It will take you to the next level, of course. But these are not activities that will make you have those billings. We have met people that they don't read a book, that they don't train, they don't capacitate, grow their knowledge, and they have like crazy ass results. How did that they do it? Because they're taking actions. They're simply taking actions. Sometimes we fool ourselves saying, I already read 2 books this month, I heard these audios, I'm already and always connected to the system, but you think that that is working, and that is complementary. I said it this easy. The system, the reading and the audios, you need to listen and hear and read every single day, because I train myself for all the things that we do daily, but I don't consider that a job. It's like if you take a car and now you said, let's go. You need gas. For me, that is my gasoline. But if you don't start the car and don't start driving, you're not going to get to anywhere. You can keep putting gas every single time. But it's going to be a point where you cannot put more gasoline because you're not spending that gasoline. You need to put gas and start. And when it's over, you put some more. And we will keep moving forward. And we start growing. But we cannot fool ourselves because of reading and having those audio. That's it. No. We're not being paid for reading. We're not getting paid for connecting to the system. It's important because it keeps you focused on taking action. Because the things that will have you, those bills, is these activities. All these others needs to be part of your life. If you consider this as your work, just take it away, because this is your real job. Prospecting, presenting, launching, closing, and train the new ones. That is what makes you have the bills. Now this, in this way, in this manner, will edify your process. Now let's go to the next part. We go to the qualities, all the things that you start developing, and that will show you how are you progressing. Not how much, but how. Because we are not gonna set this with numbers, but we can know how can we measure it, and how you will realize how much have you progressed, how much have you grown, and in what part of your process you are in right now. And these are the things that I realize, and a person needs to verify of your growth in their process. Number 1 is the effective communication. And what I said, the most I earn, the least I talk. Who has happened? These are some kind of tips and advices which I can see that people are growing and they're developing and they're having the results. The first is the effective communication. How many people have verbal diarrhea? And it says, I want to start with 5,000. No, Mr. Chernan is a visionary people. No, Gorka, Mr. Shane. No. Do you know Mr. Shane? Mr. Shane took this company to 2 million. And that person already said yes. So don't talk over and over talk. Don't keep speaking. Because when I was making more money, it's because I was speaking less. Maybe we will take 1 or 2 hours giving a presentation, and no, look, we want to be expert in blockchain. Because before before Bitcoin, the first time it was 19 and something. The first time that we have a cryptographic currency. And because when you give a presentation, they will just give the 10 or 20% of what you tell. And now you give them a lecture of blockchain. So the more I earn, the least I talk. So it's easier. So this is Decentra. This is Decentra. This is the most valuable membership of the world. This is the most valuable membership of the world. This is our system. But the important thing is right here at staking. We have the 300 till 50,000 three kinds, flexible, block, and annual. What you like the most? Which one you want to start with? So if you want to start, you need to buy your membership, then your staking package, and then we'll have the Decentra University, Albo Sky. Do you like to travel? Then this is for you. You want to save? You're gonna have savings up to 65% discount. Do you know the real estate business? Did you know that's one of the best business in the world? But in order for you to evolve, you need a lot of capital. You know what is metaverse? And the best opportunity to grow right now in the world, in the real estate, is in the metaverse, in the digital. And here at the city, you're going to be able to be part of a city that is going to be the biggest city of the metaverse. And maybe from $125, you can have a lot of 10 by 10. Are you ready? Okay, perfect. Let's go. With how many lots? In a few weeks, we're going to start with this. The 1,000 staking package and 2 lots. Do you know someone that is feel interested about this? And that's just it. The more I earn, the less I talk. Less verbal diarrhea. I have seen leaders giving presentations that is simple. Not even a presentation. It's just a napkin. And here it is. One of the most important leaders of my team is one of the one that fastest and easiest explains the business model. Because we need effective communication. Because when someone doesn't have the results, they start talking and start talking and talking and talking. And just more than that, he doesn't start talking regularly with that mentor and that sponsorship. They interrupt them. How many of you know like that? That your mentor is giving the presentation and he's trying and you interrupt them and talk to them about this because he is having that communication, and when you interrupt them, you take that focus away. And sometimes you start talking more than the person, your mentor, your leader, or the person that you're seeing in the business because you have that verbal diarrhea. And you don't have an effective communication. So type a number 1 in the chat if you're listening and understanding this point. Perfect, perfect. I love you to see you here. Now the next. Confidence. How do you know that you're having the results? The confidence that you're showing. A mentor is not what I said, but how I said it. And that is one of my biggest quotes ever. Always with confidence. It's not what the things I said, but how I said them. Because the people will sign when you see them with confidence and tell them, trust me, this is going to be the biggest company in the industry. But in all the technological industry, that is blockchain, metaverse, NFTs, we're going to be the biggest company ever. But you need to see it confidently. Because the people will believe when they see that shine and glow in your eyes. And sometimes they just sign because, and sometimes I don't even understand what he said, but this man knows what he's doing. And he has confidence. Who loves to hear Mr. Jonathan Cifuentes? I think he's one of the people that has the most confidence, the most posture, with the most confident person. And he's like, I don't understand it, but I want to be there. I want to follow that person. Not for the other reason, has one of the most strong corporate staff in the industry. And when that person is in front of you, and the confidence that that person says, because if you're because your body will have their language for their own. Because if you're with your arms together, what will you do if you see a person that shows you an opportunity like this and they're just like with their closed arms? So you need to be confident with that person. It's not what I said, but how I said it. And there is another one that I also love it. I could be wrong, but never insecure. And I said it again. And remember this, engrave it in your mind. I could be wrong, but never insecure. You had a mistake? Okay, you know, sorry, I had a mistake. Oh, sorry, maybe it was not the 300, but 200. But you could be wrong, but never insecure. So engrave this into your brain and your mind. Could be wrong, but never insecure. How can you know that you're moving forward? I'm a professional. And one of the things is the first impression does matters. Hey, Gus, I don't know. You can see Mark Zuckerberg. He's even wearing sandals. You're not Mark Zuckerberg. And I can say this, and I mentioned this, because I don't even wear a blazer. I didn't even wear that. But when you go to an event, because today, maybe you don't need to wear a tie and just be like all formal, but you need to look professional, that you have showered, that you did your hair, that you shave, that put cologne and perfume. But that's just an example on how to be professional. And we're talking how to verify your process. I have seen leaders, when I started in this industry, how they wear, the way they talk, what was their vocabulary, and what was their posture, and it changes. I can assure you that if you seek for a picture or a photo, maybe like of our first black diamond in this industry, this enterprise, Mr. Enrique, if you can see them a few years ago when he didn't have the results, and you see them today, you're gonna see like, wow, that's a change. Because I was with him in an event in Medellin, we were ready. He wore his shirt, his blazer, and I was going like more sport. And I said, okay, no, I need at least to wear a shirt. Because if he's doing it, I need to do it too. If he's doing it professionally, I will do it professionally. I could be here with short and sandals, but I'm not. We need to look professional. And maybe don't wear a tie, but you need to look decent and proper, and that you're professional, the way you talk, how you express yourself, how you're standing up. And in that point, you can see if you are having or not results. We can see it in their business. But we can also see it in other industries. Have you ever seen pictures of Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe, the people you like the soccer, when they barely started their career? He even have their crooked teeth, his hair like all over the place. And you see him today, and you can see him like his posture, his physique is more imponent, because what you do in your profession needs to be according to your person. And it's according to your results. And you need to be in sync, in align with that posture. Now, this, I loved it. The belief. And I'm going to be honest. If you see this business are doing it without belief, without believing, the first in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to believe in anyone. If you don't do it with belief, I'm going to be honest, just don't do it. Please, just don't do it. Because the belief is what's going to give you the energy. And the energy, the highest the energy, is the one that always wins. As easy as that. The belief will give you the energy, and the highest energy always wins. If I didn't believe in this project, in this industry, and I didn't believe that Decentra is the best opportunity for all the people that are out there, I couldn't be here in front of you in a computer and talk about this and say it. Because many people out there are doing this business without believing. And that's why they fail. And they're not showing the results because they don't believe in themselves. Number two, in the business. They don't believe in themselves nor the business. And you need to believe in the things that you are doing. How many times they have asked you, Decentra, how much is going to last? And you said, according to the things I've seen, it's not about lasting. We're doing this to make a lifetime of it. And I'm all in because I believe and I trust that it's going to be like that. And I am working on it to make it last. Because I'm part of a big clockwork, because I'm just a small clockwork in this enterprise. I'm just a gear in this clockwork. And it was the 5 words to success. There's 5 letters to success. One of them is believe. To believe is possible. If you believe that you're going to be a presidential black diamond, you're going to be a presidential black diamond. And if you believe it, you will infect other people. And if you believe it, people is going to believe you because the energy does not lie. And if you stand up in front of a person with the total belief that I'm going to be a presidential black diamond, people are going to believe you and you're going to make it. When I arrived and I started with Decentra, when I started, my belief, it was like, I'm going to be a presidential black diamond. I have it in here. And I see it every single day. Maybe I cannot see it, but you cannot see this. But I have the picture of, and I visualize it and I believe it because I didn't came to the center to see what will happen. Because I came here with the belief that it's going to be the biggest enterprise and that I'm going to become in the first presidential black diamonds and that we're going to make a community of black diamonds and presidential black diamonds, that we're going to be in the top 10 in all business for home in this company. And I came to this company to do that. And I have the belief, the absolute belief in myself that I'm going to be able to make it. And I have the absolute belief in Decentra that they're going to set the work to give their best and to give us their best. So we need to give our best to them. And I will show my energy and I stand up in front with a high energy and believing in myself, and always the highest energy always wins. So the highest energy always wins. Now, how do you measure the qualities? In these qualities, you need to have that self-critique and record yourself. You give a presentation in Zoom, record it. And sometimes you can see where I stuttered, where I was stuck, how did I look, how was my blazer, my background was okay, did I look professional, how was my light? I'm going to improve it. How is my vocabulary? How much did I take? You need to work on yourself and being humble. Being humble. And being humble is to accept what you are and also what you are not. And you need to accept what you are and what you are not. Okay, I'm good at speaking. Even like, oh, I'm really handsome, just to myself. And you need to do that self-critique. Because there are no better critique than yourself, but you need to accept it. Maybe I take too much time. I will do it more simple, more duplicable. I was lacking energy, and I will start measuring. And you will see your process in those qualities. You need to ask for a feedback. You need to ask for that feedback. Hey, brother, hey, leader, can you get into this presentation and give me your feedback, please? Maybe I came to the event. It was my time to do the presentation. What can I improve? And ask someone to tell you the truth. What do I need to improve? Someone that you trust. Please tell me the truth. What's the good and what was the bad? and the things that I need to improve. And that way you can see your progress. Many times, you don't even have to ask. Oh. And people will just look at it and see your progress. Hey, Pepe. Hey, Luis. Hey, what was your progress? Before you didn't even wanted to talk. And then you said, thank you. Then I can realize that I'm improving. That's how you're going to measure it. And you will see that in your quantity results. And you will see that your qualities will affect your quantities. And you will see it because your results are growing. And that's the way you're going to do it. And now, family, I'm going to do a resume of it. We'll already see the quantity, what to do every single day, your monthly, your weekly, how to do it, how to measure it, what qualities, how to measure them, how can you see if you're improving. But I can see a lot of people that after this presentation and this training, go to an Excel and to do a strategy. And God said, I will become professional and I'm going to buy the best suit. No. It's important in that moment you do it. But the most important and overall, that the moment that we are right now, the moment that Decentra is right now, in this place, this time, that we are taking off, you need to put the pedal to the fullest. And the last one is that I need to take actions and need to work on myself. You need to work massively and having that perfection on yourself. You don't need the luxury suit. You don't need to spend money. You need to take massive actions. You need to go out there with the people and take massive actions. And you start watching, oh, I messed up in this part. In the next presentation, I'm going to do better. And the next one, I'm going to do better. And now I don't need to buy a $5,000 suit because I just need to have a good posture, being really clean and having the perfume and just the looks of you having confidence. And you need to do the massive actions and you need to prospect. It doesn't matter how bad you are. If you are taking action massively every single time and do the presentations and giving plan and closing, you're going to sign 1, 2. And after that, you will support them with presentation. And then in the next level, you will find someone that is as good or even better than you. And you need to take massive actions and to do it perfectible. Always. Watching your process and verifying your process. And that you can see your improvement. You can accelerate that process. I'm about to buy one book that they gave to Mr. Enrique. That is 1 year of 12 weeks. And how can we accelerate time? And how can we be more productive? How are we going to do that? And maybe say, I took 8 hours and you're not even working those 8 hours. So you need to speed that time and to be moving forward all the time and taking actions every single time. Because Decentra will not pay for the time that we're spending. They will pay as productive as we are regarding to the time that we're spending. You can spend 8 hours and be 0 productive, or you can be 1 hour working and just giving your best all the time, and be more productive. Because in this project, I want us to go out with all the people, with all the things we have. Because all the things that we have at Decentra is something amazing. Because there is nothing out there than Decentra. Because Decentra has it all. And I don't speak it, and I'm not telling it like no mother will say their kid is ugly. Because I said it before. Being humble is to accept what you are not, but also what you are. And we need to accept that Decentra has the best business model and has the corporate staff more prepared, with more years of experience in the world, and they have to the leaders, the strongest leaders in the industry. So who's going to be the next presidential black diamond of the people that are here logged in? We're almost 300 people logged in today. So who's the next presidential black diamond? Who's ready to go to the next level? And that, my family, that's the most important. Okay? To accept that we have the best opportunity that is available for us in the industry, technologically, and in network marketing, and that we need to go out with all the people to share with all the people, because we cannot leave no one behind. And the things that are coming right now, in the next few weeks, because we're not far away from the metaverse, because I'm so excited about it, it will take us to a brand new level, to another higher rank, another position. And many enterprises are going to copy. But we were the first. And the one that hit first will hit twice. And we're going to do it together. Who is willing to make the community stronger in this industry and to take Decentra to the next level? And take your business to the next level. And to fill business for home with leaders from Decentra. $1 million a month, $2 million a month, $3 million a month. And that we actually, and truthfully, the things that Decentra put in our hands, we make it justice and take it to the place that needs to be, in the number one. So I don't want to have more time. I hope that you have a spectacular weekend and that know that we're in the best moment, the best opportunity, and you have it in the palm of your hand. And to make this the business of your life. Blessings to all, hugs and greetings, and see you next time.
Recording stopped.